Good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Hey, hey.
Justice, good evening. Good evening, Big Ben. Let's go, let's go. That's what I'm talking about, Big Ben. Let's get to the nitty and the gritty of it. We're going to let a few people get on. Please share across any platform. Shoot out the YouTube channel, shoot out the link, share it on social media. A lot of people from all around are tuning in, and hey, we don't know where this is showing other than Facebook and YouTube. So feel free to share. Feel free to invite people to the show. Good evening. Good evening.
What's going on,
All
Chaz? How
right.
you doing, sir?
They coming in, man. They coming in. They coming in. They coming
They're
in.
coming in. Thank you all. Thank you for coming in. Thank you.
Yes.
Doug, thank you. Silverback, thank you. We're gonna let a couple more people get on, and then we're gonna get this thing rolling. We got quite a bit of information we're gonna try to get out to you. Some rider updates, some good news, some bad news, some not so good news. But hey, everything is all in the spirit of the Hoka Hey Motorcycle Challenge. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce everybody. Tonight, we have no other than Chris Hopper and special guest Logic.
That's me.
All right. So look, we're going to start out with our typical report coming in from headquarters. Coming in from headquarters, just come in probably about 20 minutes ago. US 64 West is closed at Renton, New Mexico. Proceed on I-25 South to exit 419 New Mexico, 58 West toward Cimarron, and return to US 64 West towards Eagle Nest. That was the latest that come down from HQ.
You said 64?
Yes, US 64 West towards Eagle Nest. I think we were just looking at that turn.
Yeah, but So that's I was looking at it right there in Clayton, New Mexico, and that's that highway that they're supposed to go up. It says 87, and you zoom in, it says 64. So it's
Right.
probably yeah.
So we've been seeing the bells, they've been turning around.
Yeah.
Um,
All
you know,
right.
this is day 5, and fatigue is definitely setting in. I don't know what the temperature is out there, but typically in New Mexico, you look at anything in the 90s. So you got to realize some of them are probably still got their soaking wet gear on. That's just holding heat. Look like we just lost Hop. Folks, there is some bad weather coming across, so just bear with us. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. We got a couple of rider updates.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
All right, let me get Hop back in here.
There he is.
All
All
right,
right.
Hop, you got your rider update?
Yeah. Let's see here. Really, I guess just talk about Gopher. You know, he jumped back in, but then I guess found out he wasn't going to be a finisher, so he's just going to pretty much head straight to Homer.
Right, right. And folks with Gopher, Gopher is he is tough as 10 penny nails, man. I mean, that man is all heart. And he went into the hospital. They kept him for evaluation, and because of that, the Hoka Hey administration have pulled him from the challenge, and that's for safety reasons.
Mhm.
But Gopher has decided he's going to go ahead and ride up to. He did put a message out that he is going to ride up to Homer because he want to be there when his brothers and Hoka Hey sisters finish this ride. Now that's what the essence and spirits of the Hoka Hey is.
Mhm.
So my hat off to Gopher for doing that. Please be safe going up, Gopher.
Jow, I don't know if you mentioned about him when I jumped off, but he had engine trouble. Had to go to the dealership.
Right. That's rider number 1010. Let's pull him up on the big map here. So he is at Wicked West Harley Davidson with engine issues. He said he thought it might have been some bad gas, but he couldn't get it to cycle through. So he chugged about 80 miles to his nearest dealership. Hopefully they can get him back online, get the bike fixed, and he can continue on the course.
Yeah, Mark says over there that looks like he's got fouled injectors.
Oh.
Yeah. And like I say, folks, the Hoka Hey will definitely test you and your machine.
Yeah, they'll challenge your bike too.
Hey, let me
Right.
get a rider on the line right now.
All right. We're gonna take a couple call-ins.
Hello.
Gritty Bell, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing
All right, you're on our live. What's your number?
1146.
Okay.
1146.
1146. I'm gonna pull it up.
For those of you watching, Kerry Robinson, Gritty Bell. So let's see. Where are you at? Are you at Pig Trail?
Yes, finally. We pulled in about oh God, 4:15.
All right. And are you riding with someone or are you going solo?
No, I'm riding with Paula Wellborn. We've been riding together this whole time.
All right. So you're a rookie this year, correct?
Yes.
So what was your expectations coming into it, and has it lived up to that?
It's definitely not what I had envisioned.
In what way?
We had done a few, a couple of trial runs, and not 10,000, but we had gone 5,000 and did the turn by turn directions and things like that. But the one thing is, the weather.
Mm-hmm.
All of that rain and the flooding in the Keys. So the detours, the just alligators all over the road, everywhere. I think I heard somebody ran over one.
Yeah.
It's been wild. This is, it's been a lot tougher than I expected from our trial runs, just because of Mother Nature.
Right. Yeah, you never know what you're going to get thrown at you.
No, not at all.
So
I'm prepared for everything.
So as a rookie, what was your plan for sleeping and eating? And have you stuck to that, or has that changed?
It's definitely changed a little bit, because I didn't want to get all of my gear wet and then have to pack it up and it be just a big mess later. But I have, bye, y'all be safe. I have a tent a little pop-up tent. I have a cot, and I put my cot up first, put the tent on top of that, and that's what I have been using in a sleeping bag. So that's what I carry, and that's what I used on the trial run. Everything had, been fantastic on, both runs, and I've used it, a couple other times, but of course everything changed when we got to Florida. So we ended up, it was a very long night. We ended up sleeping, I want to say in Key Largo, there's a turtle rescue, and I just pulled in and we backed the bikes in, and under some palm trees. It was shaded and they were closed. So we backed in and went to sleep. We had first tried a Circle K, and I should have known better because on one of our other trials, we actually went to Key West and had slept just slept on our bikes, just leaned over the tank and slept on the bikes. And we were woke up by a whole herd of roosters just crowing at 3 o'clock in the morning. So at any rate, we pulled in the Circle K. There was a couple other riders backed in beside, I'm at a loss for words, but they were hidden. And so we pulled in there and we were going to sleep. And as soon as we pulled in, the roosters were crying. I was like, no, let's go somewhere else. That's when I found the turtle rescue, and it worked out great.
Right on. And what's your meal plan?
Meal plan, we have been eating one good meal a day. And I say good meal, we've been eating a gas station sandwich, or grabbing a bag of nuts or fruit or whatever. And then we just try to keep some stuff in our tank bag. Beef jerky, I've gone through some beef jerky already this trip. So we really haven't spent I take that back. We stopped yesterday. I know y'all understand this. I don't even know where the hell we were at. We were in Alabama, though. I know that.
Just give us a state.
Yeah, we were in Alabama, and we had to make a U-turn because one of those damn unmarked streets. And so we were just we were hot, we were tired, we were getting frustrated. So we just, when we got ourselves out of that, we're like, next time we stop, we're going to go in to a gas station and see if they have a table and chairs, and we're going to sit down and eat something. And we ended up finding this cute little store. We ran into Hyde, and so he had lunch with us there. But that's the only really sit-down meal that we've had.
Wow.
Oh, you got any questions?
Yeah, quick question for you. So, do you think you prepared yourself, trained physically? Of course, we know you got a good, solid machine that you're riding, but do you think you physically prepared yourself for this?
I believe so. I truly believe so going in, but I may change my mind. So far, so good. I mean, I'm a little disappointed. I'm a lot disappointed in myself on, missing turns, and, a couple of the unmarked things got us too. And so I feel like we spent way too much time in Key West. There were some flooded out roads. And I guess when the first batch of everybody got through, it was flooded, but they could still get through. But by the time that we got down there was no way that we could have got through that, because we heard that Julie's bike had installed on her, is what she had told us. She had texted us and told us. But yeah, how do you prepare for that? But yeah, I'm disappointed at where I'm at right now. I wanted to be here yesterday, early.
Right.
I just feel like at this point, I feel like I'm riding backwards, but I know I'm not. And it's just, it's just the weather screwed us over. And, like I said, those unmarked stops sometimes going to be a little tricky. And I think I've got the hang of all of that now. I learned that dry race markers and Sharpies do not work on laminated sheets to mark out your lines. Those don't work when it's coming a torrential flood or in hurricanes.
Yeah.
So it does not work. So I had a couple of rubber bands in my saddle bag, and I took that and took some blue tape and wrapped the band, and I just put that over my clipboard, and I would just scoot that rubber band down on each line, and I could just look for that blue tape.
Right.
Yeah, whatever you got to do to make it work.
A lot of adjustment.
Yeah, exactly. And don't get so frustrated.
Prepare for, but just came up.
Right. And don't get so frustrated with yourself. You can make it up. You can get back where you want to be. Just keep your head in the game. Definitely. Good deal.
What's your plan, or what are you guys playing for sleeping? Are you just go until you get tired, or you go into certain miles or time?
No, we are going until one of us says, "Hey, look, I can't. I gotta rest."
Right.
I'm starting to nod off, or
Right.
So we just go wherever we can find. We had to move from one town to the other. Unfortunately, we got into Memphis pretty late last night. I think it was around 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And so I thought, well, we'll just go to the next town. And while we were sitting there in the gas station parking lot talking about, okay, what are we going to do? We know we can't stay in Memphis, but we're exhausted. We had a couple of homeless people approach us, and one of the guys would not leave us alone. I thought that I was going to have to get sick twang on them. But they were like, "Hey, can we wash your tires? Do you got any money? Do you got a cigarette?" And we told them, "We're just trying to figure out where we're going. We're fine. We don't have time to talk to you." So I looked around and said, "We've got to go right now." So we left and went over to the next town. And we were so exhausted. We parked the bikes, got off the bike, and just laid in the parking lot with our climb gear and everything on. I took my wild ass seat off, and that's what I use for a pillow, and it works great.
Okay.
So, good. Mainly, gas stations. I have the turtle rescue place. We'll probably hit up a church soon. I'm probably just going to go and lay out in the parking lot here at Harley for a couple of hours because it was not good sleep last night.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, we'll let you get to it. We know how important your rest is. We won't take up any more of your time. Just hang in there, stay tough, and keep pounding.
Okay. Thank you guys for the encouragement. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. Talk to y'all soon.
All right. Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Bye.
All
right, folks. There it is. She's
live from the field.
Yep, she's giving it all. So root these riders on. You're hearing it firsthand. I think this is probably a first. So
yeah, let me grab another one real quick that's at Pig Trail so they can get on the road.
Good deal. Hey, so another one we're gonna bring to you folks. We're gonna look at a couple perspective of the Hoka Hey. I have a couple of
what's going on? How you doing, Steve?
That we're gonna bring on. So stay tuned.
What do you call it? Pig Trail? Yeah.
All right. When did y'all get there?
We got here around noon, so we've been here 5 hours.
Okay. What's your number?
What's your number?
954.
954.
And I'm with Ladybug 1064.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hold on. Let me get that.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
And I got you on speaker, and we're with Jansen 843.
All right. So this is you guys' second run. Is that correct?
That's right. Second run together. It's my third.
Okay.
Overall.
So as a couple riding together, that's obviously a whole different dynamic. How is that?
It works out great. We work together as a team. You know, one of us takes lead, the other takes the next set of directions. Or if one gets tired, it's a teamwork.
And we switch off. You know, we're both reading directions.
Good.
I tend to think I'm a good navigator, but as good as I am, you know, the 22 Hoka Hey taught me that Piston's even better. So, and it taught me to listen to my wife. And
good guy.
We go with the dynamic, right? Like if one of us gets tired, then we're both stopping, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If one's, you know, running and getting water, the other's resting, whoever was tired, and then vice versa, you know. If I have to, you know, sometimes you can't pump gas when you have to pee so bad. So Miss Dawn will send me in and she'll be pumping and then we'll switch off, and, you know, so we work as a team, you know. It's just like any other team out here though, you know, anybody riding together, they're generally working together as a team and cross-checking each other. Everybody's looking at the directions and making sure that we're staying on route because it affects everybody, you know.
Today's your birthday, is that right?
It is my birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
I'm proud to say that I'm now eligible for the IHOP discount. So along the way, but I can get a discount there now. So I'm old enough.
So what are you guys sleeping and meal plan? What's your setup for sleeping?
So for sleeping, we have a couple different options. You know, the first night we were at American Legion and they let us camp and we just put out cots and that was it. And then we did get cold though, so we did break out did we break out bags that night or did we just wear jackets?
We just threw our jackets
I think
over.
we threw our jackets on. For some reason, we just so wet from the hurricane that we ended up throwing our jackets over. Last night, we were pushing because we were trying to get to the dealership, but it was just too damn far. And we were between Batesville and Mountain View, and we found a church, Pleasant Grove Baptist Church, I think it was. And we were under their awning, and we set up, you know, the Cadillac because we got ate up by mosquitoes in Talladega. But we set up we got a 3-person tent this year. We didn't do a rain fly because we was under the awning. But that was real nice for keeping the bugs off. And we just did sleeping pads. And, you know, it's not for everybody. A lot of people, you know, the tarp on the ground, burrito tarp or taco tarp. We've done that too in storms and stuff at Devil's Tower in 22. But, you know, if you have a tent, you can really get dry. And, you know, I ran with the 4 SEALs for one night in the 2020, and all 4 of them had tents, you know. And we talked to Ed again. He's running this year 1000 in E. We caught him at the gas station near Destination Daytona. And he was telling us, he's like, yeah, I get in that tent and get my, you know, field bath and keeping it clean. And he gets a change of clothes and he dries out and you have less skin problems that way.
Yeah.
And then food-wise, we have our tank bags and we have a lot of nutritional stuff in there. Also, we have, you know, pickle juice and all that stuff for if we get dehydrated. But we've been pushing the waters constantly. And so we keep our cooler and just constantly fill up and make sure we're always hydrated because that's...
Hydration, we run in 40-ounce reduced cups that keep the ice cold. We can generally refill those at a gas station right from the soda fountain. Sometimes it's a couple bucks, sometimes it's free. And we have 2 Zero 3D big ass cup holders. Thank you, Zero 3D, for sponsoring us. And we have a cooler on the back from Arctic and that holds about 8 or 9, regular sized water bottles, and we just keep filling and keep getting at the gas stations, ice and water whenever.
It looks like there's.
Hey, before you get off, I want you to. Hey, before you guys get off, and I appreciate you giving all this. Who are you actually riding for this year as far as charity and charity organization?
So I'm riding for St. Jude. We had, each of us in our prior marriages have lost a child. So I ride for St. Jude, ride for the Angels, and then Steve rides for
the Motorcycle Relief Project, which they help veterans and first responders deal with PTSD by taking them on motorcycle rides. But they do adventure rides on the dirt, and they supply the bikes and the gear, and they go out for a week, and they have specialists that can handle PTSD issues. And it's just being with like-minded people. You can talk or not talk, but they end up saving lives by helping vets, process things and keep going. And when you help a hero of the community, you help that whole community.
Good.
Cool.
Good. Nice.
It looks like there's quite a few riders at the dealership there. How's the vibe there?
The vibe is great. Everyone has been awesome. Everybody, from clothing to the parts to service, they've just been rocking it, and they're fun. They're making it fun for everybody that are sitting here waiting, their turn to get in. But everyone's good. Everyone seems in a good spirit. They see a fellow brother or sister, and it just makes you feel loved that they're not alone or alone out here by themselves.
And we're having that Hoka Hey magic, that fifth dimension magic happen to us. We missed a turn yesterday and ended up at a gas station that we hadn't planned on stopping at. And we met a recording artist there, Miss Beverly Amos, and she actually sang for me. I posted it up on Bad Biker Karaoke's, Facebook page, my Facebook page. And so that's just a thing that I do, sing a couple lines and post it. But she's actually a fantastic singer. And
aren't you like an Elvis impersonator or something like that?
She sings with Al Green. She's one of his singers.
So she gave us a couple lines, and then today at Pig Trail, I'm standing there, and a guy chased us across a state. He didn't know about the tracker. He just saw bikes, and he chased us down and got to Pig Trail, and Mr. Eric Noble, and he is a music promoter and a music event promoter. And I'm like, well, you need to meet this lady. You two need to get together, and we're going to make it happen. So I'm going to send up a post of his next.
It's definitely Hoka Hey.
That's outstanding. That is outstanding.
Yeah, you meet people along the way, and no matter what, you may be there for 5 minutes or you may be there for 30 minutes, but you are making an impact about what Hoka Hey and what Jim wanted, to make an impact on people's lives. And that's what we feel like we're doing.
Awesome. Well, we won't take up any more of you guys' time. We appreciate you talking to us today and giving us a little feedback. So get some rest, and you guys stay safe out there.
Yeah.
Thank you. You guys rock. Just saying, this is pretty cool. I was saying to Steve on the way, I said, this is so cool what they're doing. It brings you in touch with the riders, so which is really awesome.
Yeah, I love that, promoting it. Thank you for doing that.
Awesome. Yeah, we may reach out in a few days or something and get an update.
Okay.
Sure.
Good.
Stay safe out there.
Stay safe.
All right. Thank you. Have a good night, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Beatty, can you hear me? Okay. Hey, folks, we got rider number 1027 on.
1027.
Hey, good. Give me 1 second here. I'm trying to get you up. We're just getting off from another call. So where are you?
I'm currently south of Nashville, heading back to where I left the route. I had to go home for a family emergency. So the deal is I have to be back where I left the route within 48 hours and restart the route.
Okay, so that's what they gave you, 48 hours.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Uh, you're gonna be able to make that?
Yeah. I'm currently got about 3.5 hour cushion for
Okay.
traffic or what have you. I want to make sure I'm back there before the 48.
Okay, good. And how has your experience been, right, other than this emergency that you had to leave the course? How has your experience been riding the Hoka Hey?
Oh, it's been awesome as always.
Uh-oh.
It's was of course
There
an
we
extra
go.
challenge this year with Debbie, but that's unforeseen and unable to avoid the weather. But it was interesting.
Right. And what are
Thoroughly
you
enjoying it.
and what are you riding?
I got the 2020 electric glide or ultra limited. I ran it in 22, running it again this year.
Okay. Good. So you are seasoned. You it's not your first show.
No, I did it in 20, attempted it in 20, and had to leave the route and before I finished, and then was able to finish in 22 and looking forward to finishing this year as well.
Okay, good.
I like this idea. I don't know what exactly you're doing, but there's so many stories. The way I perceive it is you're putting a different story, different individual stories, experiences, what have you, and that enlightens people that may not know what's going on.
Good. Yeah, definitely. So we're just trying to bring a different rider perspective. We've had on some rookies. We have some people that's interested in doing it. For people that's interested in riding a Hoka, hey, what advice can you give them? Practice.
Practice. And by that, I mean, set up your bike just like you were going to do a Hoka Hey. Ride it.
Mm-hmm.
Figure out a route somewhere you want to go. Figure out how to get there back roads. That way you're not surprised by anything, how the bike handles or minimize the surprises to make you more prepared, which I think makes you enjoy it more.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You think the turn by turn direction, what can they do about the turn by turn direction?
I don't know. That's an interesting point. Other than just trying to map out a route, I think one of the other riders came up with an idea, Woodstock to Woodstock, and so he mapped it out using back roads, and I don't know exactly how he did that, but and going to the taco run, I try to do the same thing, just map out a route using back roads instead of interstate.
Right. Definitely.
Make a list, 127 south to 60 west, and so forth.
That was, yeah, for me, that the first time out in 20, that was the most important to me, is just getting used and familiar with the turn by turn.
Yes, absolutely right.
Good deal.
Completely agree.
Good deal. Hop, you have anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay, good deal. Well, hey,
Appreciate you guys. Sorry,
yeah. I said
we
I'm
miss you
gonna
this year.
go ahead.
I was just saying we miss you guys being on the route with us this year, but glad y'all are doing this. I think it's a fantastic idea.
Good deal. Yes. Hop and I, we're both kicking ourselves, but we're definitely gonna try to get out there in 26.
Good. Look forward to it.
Good
Let me
deal.
say
I said I'm
something to him.
gonna just a minute. And you be safe out there now.
Thank you, sir. Y'all take care.
All right. All right, folks. We're gonna let him get back because he's pushing for time to get back on the course. So the standard in some form is being upheld. He had to leave for an emergency. They gave him a certain amount of time to get back on the course, and he's making every effort to do that. Even if he get back to the point where he exit and stop there and get some rest, he still can continue and be considered a finisher.
Wow. It just goes to show you how how much this ride means to a lot of people. Saying, I want to get back into it. I want to be, a participant. Maybe not win, but I just want to be able to complete this ride, and that's awesome. Go ahead. He had to go home, take care of family, and just get right back on the road. That's awesome.
Right.
It looks like Hyde is fixing to roll into the dealership.
Shoot me a number, Hop.
1002. Does anyone have his phone number you can send to me? If somebody's got his number out there, shoot it over to me. Let's see if we can get in touch with him and see how things are going on the Panhead.
Yeah. That's pretty amazing. That is pretty amazing.
Where is he at right now? Let me see. Oh, he's
just a few blocks from the dealership. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Arkansas. Okay.
We want to thank everybody for tuning in. We appreciate you. And the riders definitely appreciate you. You can hear it in their voice.
Yeah.
So.
All right, I got Hyde's number, so I'm going to wait till we see him roll in, and we'll give him a call.
Okay. Hey, I got Joe and Bev. I'm going to try to get Joe and Bev on the Tennessee 2.
Hello.
Well, look at here. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, folks, we got the Tennessee 2 on tonight.
Hey.
We are glad to be here with you guys. We love the Hoka Hey.
Yes, they're part of the Hoka Hey family. And tonight, we're gonna address the couple aspect of this. I know it's a team effort. We have a couple out there actually riding together, but as the rider is preparing, the spouse or significant other is right there with them, because not only is it the rider, but that spouse has to be there and understand and sit and say, hey, I know the risk that comes with riding a Hoka Hey, and I'm going to support you. So I'm going to shoot this to Bev, big guy. Bev, what is your approach to get him ready to send them out to ride the Hoka Hey?
Well, I originally didn't understand the camaraderie of the Hoka Hey. So after in 18, it was his first year, and he had an accident in 18, and Gabe, the attorney that rides, actually carried a firearm all the way from Idaho to Tennessee for Joe. So I learned then that this is not people competing against each other. This is a fellowship and a brotherhood. So after, because we didn't know anybody in the team, everybody was stranger danger to us. So then in 2022, we knew everybody, and more than knew everybody, we loved you guys, and we still do. And I felt like he was much more protected, and if he needed help, somebody was going to stop and help him. And I understood that after 18. So we absolutely, I think it does take a village for the Hoka Hey, because the people at home are cheering him on and supporting him. And my dad worked at the prison before he retired, and here in our hometown, and actually half the prisoners learned about the Hoka Hey and followed Joe on the Hoka Hey. So it's absolutely a team effort, and it takes a village, and now it's watching the tracker for all of you guys, and because we love all y'all, just like Ladybug and Steve Davis, we're their biggest fans.
Yes, it definitely is, because at the rendezvous, at the taco run, you guys are there supporting, bringing special gifts with smiles. It's awesome to see you there.
Well, we're glad to be there, and we absolutely support everybody that's out there doing this. It's more than what I'm going to do. So it's absolutely, I'm hats off to everybody that run through the hurricane and has survived that. That was amazing.
Good. Outstanding. Big guy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So what do you do to reassure her that you are taking all the precautions and that you are really focused on riding the ride and getting back home?
I kind of got the whole plan. I park at least by 12 o'clock. Normally I get up around 4 and have to send her, I don't know, 6 or 8 pictures every day. And I guess she just trusts me that I know my limits, and I know when to stop and take a break and stay hydrated and all that stuff.
And talking through the helmet, huge.
I actually bought a Cena, and that way, she could just call and I just pop it on there, and we talk for 2 or 3 minutes or something, and then back and forth. To me, it made it a lot easier than in 18. In 18, I didn't even have a real helmet. I wore a little fake novelty helmet. I'd have to pull over to make phone calls, and it just a little more prepared now,
Right. And how many Hoka Heys have you ridden in?
I rode past the 3rd checkpoint in 18, and then I came in 15th in 20, and I don't remember what I finished in 22, but I finished a day or 2 before the party, but I still win the 40s or something like that. But.
That's good. Elite fan. Yeah.
I still wear the buckle,
That's right. She wears the buckle.
Well, I don't wear pants. It didn't really do me much good.
It did me, though.
That's awesome. Well, hey, look, Ben, we know you just getting off work. We just wanted to just do a little quick check with you to get your perspective on it. And hey, you're definitely family in the Hoka Hey.
Well, and we appreciate you guys. You and Hop. This has been wonderful to be able to watch and to be able to hear other riders' perspective. And you guys have done a tremendous job of keeping us updated, and we love it.
Good. Well, hey,
about 3 times of just burning out on the bike and headed to Homer or the Montana Harley or somewhere, But,
right.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you guys, and we will continue to watch.
All right. Well, thank you.
Sounds good.
That's great.
All right, Hoka Hey, y'all take care. That's awesome.
Yeah. So if any of you new to the Hoka Hey or whatever, you saw Chaz there posted. Hope to see everyone at the 2025 Taco Run. That's a great opportunity to come out and meet a lot of the Hoka Hey riders. It's a huge event. It's an excellent time. You get to pick their brains, talk to people, meet people. It's a really good time. So I encourage you to come out and see everyone.
Well, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. Oh, did we lose everybody? Oh,
no. Did you lose me?
Okay.
No, I'm here, guys. I'm here.
I looked up and only saw my face, so I'm like, what happened?
No, we're good. I'm trying to load up the next screen and try to cover as much as we can. We got comments coming in. We got people wanting to check on riders. Shout out to the Tennessee 2. And folks, we're going to get a couple of more perspectives on the Hoka Hey because it's more than just the individual rider going out. We haven't even addressed sponsorship. Some people are fortunate enough to get sponsorship or get a dealer behind them or even get an organization behind them because, people enjoy supporting Hoka Hey riders because they know what they go through. As a matter of fact, I think Wild Ass hasn't Wild Ass written in the Hoka Hey Hop?
Yes. Yeah. 2022.
Yeah. 2022. So shout out to Wild Ass. And it's awesome networking. Not only is it riding, it's an awesome networking.
Let's let me get Swatch on the phone here real quick.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What's going on there? How you doing?
We just had a 60-mile reroute. Oops, but other than that, it's a good day.
I saw you had a little mess up.
I see.
Who do we have on?
Apparently, is one that is very common, and some people we know mutually were hit by the same thing. So I would tell you that, as always, from what we've learned, the directions are not always ultra clear. How's that?
Correct. Hey, what's your number?
832-920.
No, your rider number.
Oh, 1197. I'm sorry.
Okay, got it.
All right, so this is your rookie year, correct?
Yes, sir.
So what were your expectations coming into it, and has it lived up to that?
It's far beyond it. My expectations were I was going to ride to Mexico, to Alaska, and do all the rule things and everything else. I had absolutely no. I'd heard stories about the people that you meet on the road, not just the riders, but the people in the communities and everything. I can't tell you how amazing it is to have people open the fire department marshals opening the firehouse so you can leave the doors open and sleep outside, but you're covered when it's pouring rain. Riding through hurricanes. And yes, I got pulled over at the main stoplight. I had a heart attack, thought my Hoka Hey was over, but the nicest officer I've ever met instead gave me a big hug and said, "You carry on."
Right on.
How
That's
can
good
you
to hear.
beat that?
Outstanding.
So, and then everybody we run into in stores and everything, because there's riders all over the nation. We seem to all be stopping at stores with the same information, and people come in and they want to know the story. They want the charity part. They want the money. They are just fascinated that people would do something like this. It's all supported.
Yeah. Who are you riding for? What charity?
I'm riding for the Rose. It's breast cancer for the Houston area, 43 counties, and we're up to. Last I looked, I'm over $26,000. I think.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
Wow.
Hoka Hey is at 670.
Outstanding. That's outstanding. Yeah.
So something we're kind of asking everyone, and you being a rookie, what is your sleep setup?
All I've done, and I learned this from Riot, believe it or not, I had all the fancy cots that you could put the tubes down the sides and everything. So did the other two rookies from Houston that were kind of riding together and supporting each other. Those things collapsed. They're a piece of shit. They've been thrown in the trash. And the Walmart $60 cot is the answer. It's been perfect.
Right
and,
on.
I haven't pulled it out. I haven't changed my underwear yet. So, I mean, the expectations when you come in, like everybody says, you're going to pack too much. Well, live through a hurricane and, the underwear dries out, opening that dry bag underneath everything else is just too hard to get at. So my socks will be wet forever. But we're happy. We're not starving to death. We're hydrated and we're sleeping, 4 hours or so a night, and then getting up and getting lost and crying about it.
Good.
What's your plan for sleep? Are you just riding until you get tired, or a certain amount of miles or time, or what?
Well, what we found really good, and it's just because the three of us are running together, thank God, or otherwise if we didn't discuss things at corners, we'd never get anywhere. But what we found works really good for us is we'll go have dinner about 5 o'clock at some sit-down place, not fancy, but something we can get it in and out. And then we'll ride into the evening for at least an hour to 4 or 5 hours, and that has it should be a lot more. I know, but we're making progress. We were doing really good till today, so for us, that's what we're doing.
So now that you're a few days into it, what's your feeling on the Hoka Hey?
I can't believe I haven't done this before. I think as long as you have realistic expectations, I'm not going to be able to beat a Chris Hopper or Riot. I had no intention of ever being that person. But if you come into this and you just want to ride and see the world and open your heart, maybe you'll get everything you need out of it.
That's
Right
good.
on.
That's good to hear. That's outstanding.
You got anything, Solo or Logic?
I just got to.
All I can tell you is this is probably the most worthwhile thing I've ever done in my life, except for my daughter. And I'm humbled and grateful that I'm allowed to do this.
That's awesome, man. We won't take up any more of your time.
Yep.
We'll let you go. Just stay strong and keep pushing, man.
Good deal. Good
Thanks,
deal.
guys. We're having a blast out here. No matter how pissy and moany it may seem, we're having a blast.
That's what it's all about.
Good deal, big guy. Take care. Be safe.
All right, man. Hoka Hey. We'll talk to you later.
Okay, hey.
Okay, hey, baby.
All right.
Bye.
That's awesome. That's
awesome. That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. All right.
By the time this is finished, I don't think I'm gonna have to ask any more questions. I done got a notebook full of answers that I would have asked.
I sent Hyde a text. I haven't heard back from him. I don't want to just call him. So
right.
From 19th to 21st.
He's probably taking a break and getting things organized first. And I'm sure he has to work on the bike.
Yeah, yeah. So let's look at a couple of riders. Let's pull up the big map, guys. If you're looking for a rider, just post it in the comments, and we will pull them up on the tracker and get eyes on. Because I know some people want to know, hey, all of this talking, where's my rider? And why is this guy going backwards?
Right.
Yeah, jump in. Let's check on the leaders.
There's a couple of them. Hold on.
You got your 5 leaders. I had posted the 5 front runners.
Logic, you've been on the tracker today.
Yes, sir.
With a bird's eye. Have you seen any leader change? Have you seen any position change?
I would say, yeah. Well, last night I saw Riot catching up to Kilroy, and he done passed him. So Riot is now in the lead. Kilroy second. Chrisman is third.
Oh, here we go, guys. Let me interrupt you. I got Hyde on the phone.
Oh, okay.
Hello?
Okay. Bring him on.
What's up, man?
What's going on, Hyde? You're on our live. Is that all right?
Let me get a number, Hop. Let me get a number.
Wait, what's your rider number?
1002.
1002. All right. So, Hyde, how's the panhead holding up?
It's holding up great. I mean, I've had some repairs. I had sort of a major repair last night, problem with the clutch, but we're able to kind of modify a part, make it work, and sort of save the day on that. Everything else has been minor repair stuff. The engine's running really great. It's really, really holding up well.
So is this is what the third time you've tried the challenge?
Third time.
Third
time's a charm.
Yeah, and all 3 times, or the 2 times before, you started out on the panhead and had to finish on another bike, correct?
I started in 2020. I started and then made it close to halfway. I lost my charging system, but I was still able to ride the bike. So I rode the bike back to the starting line.
I remember. I remember that.
And then in 2020,
lost my engine on the first day and turned around and got on a different bike and then finished it on a different bike.
And so how are you feeling on this one? Is this the year you finish on it?
This is the year I finish on it. I mean, I think we got our best shot. I got a really good guy on my parts truck. So I've got access to parts this time. I didn't have in 2020. And, as long as I got the right parts on there, I got all my tools and stuff on there. So it should give me the best shot I could have at finishing on this bike.
That's awesome. So on the Panhead, it's obviously you don't have, big saddlebags and a tour pack and all that. You're very minimalist. So what's your sleeping arrangements? Use a tent or a cot or just a sleeping bag or what?
No, I got a thin inflatable mat, and then I have a blanket and a pillow, and I put 3 changes of clothes in there, and that's all I have in my main bag. And then I have a backpack that straps on that, and I keep my rain gear in that, my toothbrush and some sunscreen, and then a few other. Oh, and it's a Camelback. It's a Camelback backpack. So I got 3 liters of water with me all the time, and then that, some accessories in the backpack. But other than that, that's it. And I got a tool bag that straps to the front of the handlebars, and it's a pretty refined kit in that. I can do a lot of things out of that tool bag. So I had several fixes on the road. I lost all electrical the first day. We were able to fix that real quick. And then I had several clutch adjustments I had to make. This stage was really hard on the clutch. All that wet and sand and stuff in Florida and all that rain, it just washes because it's an open primary. It kind of washes all the small amount of lubricant that's in there, and it's just really hard on the clutch. But this morning I had to take the clutch apart. There's an adjuster screw that got wallered out. The transmission oil got low, and that adjuster screw got wallered out, and I couldn't replace it on the road. So we used a Dremel tool, and we're able to grind the end of that down. And I used a bastard file and filed that down just as minimal amount as I could, so that it had enough length, and it worked great. And the clutch has worked really well today. So that's really the only thing that's given me a major problem so far, and I think that problem's fixed.
So riding on the back roads and open highways, really engaging that clutch system. That bike is really taking a lot of wear and tear. Someone that tried to ride an older bike per se, what advice could you give them?
Yeah, I think the whole thing has been, I've learned so much about that bike. When I built that Panhead, it was built to ride, not to look at. And, everything I've done, one piece at a time, has been trial and error to fix it and make it a more robust system. The engine is original, the frame's turned original, and everything else is Johnny Cash's Cadillac. I've added one thing at a time, and I've picked things that are the most simple and repairable on the road and the most reliable. So the charging system is notoriously a problem for Panheads. The original Panhead had a 6-volt electrical system. So, and that tripped me up in 2020. So what I've got on there now is a true alternator. It's an alternator they actually make for tractors, and it's it's been adapted so with a adapter plate on the front of it. It just barely fits in that spot, but it'll put out 40 amps of power and a lot more reliably, and is rebuildable on the road. I could, any alternator shop, I could find parts and fix that alternator. So, one system at a time. I've just worked toward this Hoka Hey. I think it's cosmic that it's this Hoka Hey and the anniversary Hoka Hey, and such an epic journey from Florida to Alaska that I got my best shot. So I think all the cosmic tumblers have fallen into place. I hope.
How's it gonna hold up in the cold weather?
It actually does better at elevation.
Yeah.
And it does great in cold weather. I've ridden that bike a lot up in the Rockies and all around Colorado. And
Yeah, that was my next question. That tuner on it, do you have a tuner on it? Is it self-tuning? Because you're gonna catch it off. You should be getting ready to hit the desert, and then you're gonna hit that higher elevation.
Yeah, the only tuning issue I'm gonna have, I got a magneto on it, so my ignition is a magneto, and it's static timing, so it doesn't have any kind of spark advance. So I run that magneto, I run the bike at full advance, so it makes it a little bit harder to start, but it really doesn't make it that much harder to start. A little harder to start because you can't retard it. I actually am able to retard the magneto a little bit if I'm having trouble starting it. The main issue with that is going to be the carburetor. And I've got a Mikuni HS40. It's not a carburetor they make anymore, but it's a brand new rebuilt carburetor, refurbished carburetor. And that model, back in the day, they used to use that model carburetor a lot for panhead. It is just ideally suited to the panhead, didn't overpower it. And, the Mikuni is a little bit less simple than the S&S Super E carburetor, but it's a better option for this because I could, there's really only one jet I would need to change for elevation, and most likely I won't need to do that for this trip. We'll see. I mean, if I get, it's running great now. If I have trouble above 6,000 feet, then, we may look at that. And I brought, other jets for it, so I can change the main jet out if I need to. So that's going to be the only tuning adjustment I need for the trip.
What are you doing for sleeping? Are you just riding until you get tired, or do you just go a certain time or miles or what?
I hit it hard in the morning, as hard as I can, as early as I can in the morning, because that's, I got, my best alertness at that time. When I start getting tired, usually that's about noon, so that gives me 6-8 hours of riding, so 11 to 12, something like that. I'll go ahead and stop and nap, and it really only takes me like an hour, and I nap until I wake up. I don't set an alarm or anything like that, and when I naturally wake up, which is usually about an hour or so, I hit it again, and I'm really alert, and works out well. I'll get something good to eat on the road, and then when the evening comes, I try to get in, at least 6 hours of good riding till midnight. So my goal is to start between 4 and 6 in the morning and ride till midnight.
Good. That's awesome.
What does your family think of you doing the challenge, and how are they?
Well, my family thinks I'm half nuts anyway, so it fits. It fits just fine. They're all in it. They're invested. My family, they're following this thing like the World Cup. They just get so excited. Every checkpoint, they get excited, and I get phone calls and texts every time I stop on the side of the road for a while. You know, they just really get into it.
Are you going to hang out at the checkpoint there a little bit, or are you getting back on the road right away?
No, I'm gonna the parts truck's here. That's basically the way we've arranged it. So the parts truck, he'll come to me in between if I need something, but in general, we're linking up at the checkpoints and service things. I mean, I'm leaking some fork oil, so I'm going to change the fork oil out, and then I'm going to check that clutch adjuster screw, make sure that's holding up okay, because I'm going to need to order something from Baker Transmission and get it sent down the road someplace if that thing is not truly fixed. Then, you know, I'm a little worried about my Dremel tool fix on that. But other than that, not a whole lot of service needs right now. So changing the fork oil, that's my only suspension on that bike. So it's been pretty rough. The fork oil I leaked out in Florida, it's made it one step more brutal. And Mississippi was ridiculous on the roads. I mean, it was just brutal. And then Memphis, Tennessee, that was pretty rough too. And so coming toward the end of those miles in the checkpoint, you know, that was a kind of a rough thing to go through last night, especially. Last night's when I went through Memphis, I think.
Well, I know I speak for everyone watching and everyone around that there's probably no other rider that everyone hopes to finish than you. I mean, everyone's everyone wants to see you make it on the Panhead, so we're all rooting for you.
Oh, that just touches my heart. It's just that Panhead and this ride is, you know, it's just so special to me. It represents a relationship between me and my best friend who helped me to build that motorcycle. And, you know, he and I were introduced through that motorcycle. And, you know, he just very special to me. And he passed away this last October. And so John Hall is his name. And his family is, you know, just equally part of my family. And they're equally invested in Hoka Hey too. You know, he just, you know, I just feel a really strong connection to him, and you know, I'm pulling for us too. We're all on the same team, just trying to make man and machine work together, and in an extreme way, you know, and it's just kind of beautiful that way in my mind.
Well, right on. We won't take up any more of your time, Hyde. We'll let you get to it. I know you got things to do, but we appreciate you calling in. And, you know, good luck, man. Keep pounding out there.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, Hyde. Take care.
Thank you all very much.
All right, Hyde. Take it easy, man.
All right. Bye-bye.
That is awesome, folks. This is the essence of the Hoka Hey.
Yeah.
And that just put shivers down my spine. He literally need a support truck, you know, but he's making it happen.
Yeah. He said he got a tool truck. Yeah. That's awesome.
Real quick, I guess to answer a couple of questions that I saw over here, Carla, you had asked why Iceman can continue and Gopher was not. Gopher actually spent the night in the hospital. Iceman didn't. I'm not sure what changed, because actually Gopher himself has spent the night in the hospital in years past and was still able to be a finisher. So I don't know why they changed it this year, but that's where we're at. So overnight in the hospital, knocked him out, and Iceman did not do overnight.
You know, tomorrow, we're going to have a little something special. We're going to bring to you. I'm not going to give it away, but the Hoka Hey challenge is I hate to say it, people have actually perished doing this. Man, I hate it. we're praying for everybody. We want everybody to finish. We want everybody to make it back home to their loved ones. Riders push themselves to the limit during this ride. And you know, when you leave that finish line, I mean, when you leave that start line and when you cross that finish line, so much happened in between there. They take you everywhere. You experience everything from mechanical to physical. It's truly a test. So tomorrow we're going to try to bring you something special. Just try to give you a little bit more information, another side of the Hoka Hey.
Yeah, we did a lot of call-ins on this one. Let's jump over to the riders real quick and kind of get an update and overview on those.
Can I give one update that I want to make sure, because I've been texted and called about this one rider, and this is Kosher, rider number. So rider number 1231. Rider number 1231. I had spoken before let everybody know. I did ask prior to saying this, if I can go ahead and say this on the show tonight. I know a lot of people was following Kosher. I even mentioned how she caught up. She was a state and a half behind her girls, and she caught up to them. Well, I found out that she actually had an accident. We don't have the exact details of the accident, but coming from another rider that was there with her, she told me that she is doing fine. They have some X-rays, but she is doing okay. And just to keep prayers up for her. So they after they stayed with her for a long time, I believe that they got back on the road after they made sure their sister was okay. So for those that wanted an update on that, I did get that from, and I got it from that information from another rider. That's one of her sisters that rides with her, even off the Hoka Hey. So to give that update.
Yep.
You got to wrap up solo. Let's jump in and talk about some of these riders. Let's see how the field's doing.
Yeah. We had plenty of call in tonight. We're gonna pull up the big map, folks. We're gonna track some of these riders. Let's start from the front and work our way back. We appreciate everybody tuning in. First off, let's look at what states they're pretty much covering right now. We're looking at what's this? Arizona, New Mexico. They're breaking maybe just the corner of Texas right here. Northwestern corner of Texas.
Looks like Ride's actually pulled away a little bit.
Riot's pulled away. I said I was starting doing the first five. You got Riot, you have
you know what that is, right, Hop? That 191?
Oh yeah.
Devil's Highway, baby.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay.
No, that's not it in Utah.
191 right here in no. I stand corrected.
But it looks pretty similar to it. That looks like a really good road.
Yeah. We're dropping down. Arizona. Christian is still running.
Christmas in third, right?
Yes. That's what I'm tracking. Both of his trackers are there, so look, he's getting ready to make that left hand turn on 163.
Look at Shell. She's killing it out there. 6th place.
She's still holding first seed.
Yeah.
6th place.
Yeah. She's not too far behind Loco.
Yep. Mars, Loco.
Which one is that?
Pothole.
Oh, I see. Okay.
They're really catching it, man.
Yeah.
That's 64. That's
Hippie and
64. When you
Dead
see
Man.
little.
They're doing good.
I haven't even looked at the weather report. Has anybody glanced at the weather report in that area?
I have not.
I know I saw that somebody said it was raining a little bit in New Mexico earlier.
Actually,
yes, Eugene. I know you know that, Eugene.
There's actually quite a bit of rain going through Utah, kind of the southern part. So they're getting wet.
Oops. Sorry about that.
Trevor, no, there's not been any female winners. Mark, I doubt they'll put them on the Moki.
So they ride. So they're.
Let's see what's going on down here.
So they put them on the 40 for a little while, huh? Yeah.
260 to
they
the
are on the
89
Moki. Okay,
Alpha.
well.
There's Pete. Man.
Well, no, I guess not. I guess they just went the wrong way.
That's some hardcore riding right there. Who is that?
I was looking at these two riders that are on I-40. I thought they were going that's the route, but I see everybody else going down 77.
Luma, yeah.
750 rider 752 and 956.
Kiwi, yeah. Let's pull them up. Right now they're showing at is that a gas station? RV park. On RV park.
That's
Trackers showing that it's off. His last move was at 609.
But he's off mark though. Unless he went that way on purpose.
Pull up 1136.
Okay. What do we have here? Wind low. $11.36.
Yeah. Not sure where he's going. He just left the dealership, it looks like. But.
I wonder if we can.
Yeah, he's going the wrong direction.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you
you
messed that up. Just leaving the
Hey, trust me. I mean, I'm guilty. I am truly guilty of that. I've ridden around the dealership a couple of laps, like I was on the Indy 500, trying to figure out where's my entry point. Where do I store it? You know.
Yeah.
After about 7 or 8 days, you get a little loopy, and that's why I say when you park at night, park your bike in the direction in
you
which
need
you
to go
want to
in.
go. That's right. Park your bike in the direction that you want to go. Because there's nothing worse than standing out there saying, do I go left or do I go right?
Hopefully they figure it out before they get too far.
Yeah.
So one thing that
been at this almost an hour and 30 minutes.
I'll save that one. I'll save that question for tomorrow. I'll type it in.
Big Rob says he's going the wrong direction fast. Sure will. Snacks.
Oh, Snacks. If you're watching Snacks, we need to do another lunch.
That was epic. That was an epic one. Once again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Hopefully, we're putting out some good information that people can get a better understanding of the Hoka Hey, what it's all about, the community of the Hoka Hey, the fundraising aspect of it. There's a lot to it other than just saying, I'm going to go ride the Hoka Hey. And hopefully this broadcast is helping people get a better understanding of it, what it takes to sign up, to try to enter it. And also I want to mention the Small Mountain Taco Run. If you want to meet some of the riders, that's almost an annual event where the Hoka Hays come together at the Small Mountain Taco Run in Medicine Park, Oklahoma. Not only is it the world's best tacos, but even the little, I don't even know if you'll call it a town or what would you call it? Medicine Park.
Yeah, it's just a little cool little tourist town.
Yeah. And also there's some great riding back up in those parts. So get a chance to come out, meet some of the riders, say, hey, I saw you, I heard your interview on the podcast, and come and meet them.
1165, I saw something. That's Dale Meyer. She just posted that she's dead in the water, that her bike won't start. But her tracker's showing green, so I don't know if she got it up and running or what.
Okay.
So if anyone has an update on her,
she's
let
not
us
in
know
this
if she
area.
got it running or not.
That's where the tracker's at. Let's see.
There's a
tracker's
town
on
her.
last at 3:30.
So hopefully she gets
that the nearest rider. 1207.
Yeah, that looks like it.
There's Gabe.
Wow, Adam done caught back up and got back up in the. That's that 924. That's the one that was all the way down in Tulsa, I believe. No, he was in Amarillo. Turned around and came back on track.
Bobcat Pass. See a bobcat up there.
I know my count might be off a few, but I had counted 190. Where's my thing at? 190 bikes on the road. With at the time I counted, 9 of them were still in Florida around 12:40 this afternoon. There's a lot of bikes stretched across the country.
No.
Yeah, they're spread out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen a couple of posts where the fleet tracker unit was actually hanging outside the bike. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
The bike is taking a beating. I mean,
They
literally,
got to
the
do
case
something about these
of the
trackers.
fleet
They're
tracker.
getting unreliable.
Kiki's tracker, she finally, when she got to the Indian dealership, it popped back on at the checkpoint. She said, "I'm back alive." And then as soon as they got on the road, she went back off.
So what's going on with 1000E? Is 1000E still participating, or do we know? Do we have any information on him?
1000 what?
Echo, 1000 Echo.
Oh,
Echo,
not sure.
1000 E. He's part, I think. Yeah. I know Durant took off late.
Somebody in the comments was asking about 1031. That's still in Florida.
1031.
Yeah, still in Florida.
Yeah, I'm not sure about any of those that are in Florida. What's going on with them?
Yeah,
seems like all of them are black.
Well, that's Georgia. That's Junie.
That one.
Well, gentlemen, we've been broadcasting now for about an hour and a half.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Logic.
Yes, sir.
You kick it off. Anything you want to put out or say to the people before we go?
Well, yeah, I just want to let everybody know, everybody that's out there, y'all know who I am. Let you know that I have everyone in my prayers. I'm watching everybody, and everybody here is praying for you. Keep your head up, keep alert, and know that you have people that don't even know you that love you. That's what I want to say.
1031.
And keep it logical.
Good deal. Good deal.
Yeah. And I'd like to say we don't know all the riders. Obviously, we don't know a lot of the new ones. Mm-hmm. So if any of their family is watching or whatever, we'd definitely love to talk to them. So if there's some new riders out there, if your family's watching, if they want to come on and kind of give us their perspective on things and stuff like that, we'd definitely love to talk to them. Just shoot us their information and we'll make it happen.
Good deal. Good deal. Folks, we appreciate you tuning in. We had up to 120 people on watching live. That's incredible. We want to thank everybody. Definitely keep all the riders in your prayers. And if we go live between now and tomorrow morning, we'll shoot a blast out. But definitely look for us tomorrow, 9 a.m. Hop 9 a.m.
That'll work.
The show goes on 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Any updates? Shoot us a blast through Messenger. If you have one of our numbers, send us a text or a call. We'd greatly appreciate it. Until in the morning, Hoka Hey.
Hoka Hey. Sounds good. Appreciate everybody watching.
All right.